He does his own stunts, spends hours mastering fight choreography, disappears from social media, and walks into set with the focus of a monk. At 60, Keanu Reeves still moves like a man half his age, calm, precise, unhurried, deadly on screen, gentle off it. How? Today, we're opening the quiet blueprint behind his longevity, the routines, choices, and mindsets that keep Keanu strong, sane, and centered in an industry that burns people out before 40. Stay with me, because none of this is about extreme biohacks or miracle diets. His secret is older, simpler, and more sustainable balance. The discipline behind effortless. When you watch Keanu in full flow, sliding, rolling, locking, striking, it looks effortless. But effortless is the last stage of mastery. Beneath that calm are years of layered training designed to make his body both capable and durable. He treats preparation like a craft. Before major action rolls, he stacks months of movement work, grappling, throws, falls, footwork, weapon transitions. But notice what he doesn't chase: flashy bulk or short-term gains just to look good. He trains for the job: mobility, stamina, joint resilience, and precision under fatigue. That's the principle that sets him apart. Train for function, protect the machine, repeat. If you want an agilist frame, you don't worship the mirror, you respect the workload. Stability first, quiet foundation. A lot of actors chase maximum muscle. Keanu builds something subtler: stability. Think of stability like the suspension system on a race car. If it's tuned right, you glide. If it's sloppy, every bump injures you. His regimen emphasizes balance work, joint-friendly strength, and corrective exercise to offset the daily pounding of choreography. This is the less glamorous part of staying dangerous at 60 bands: controlled tempo, unilateral work, core endurance, posture resets, prevention over ego. He prepares the ankles to cut, the knees to land, the hips to rotate, the shoulders to absorb impact, the spine to twist and untwist safely. You don't see these reps on screen, but you feel their results in every clean movement and safe fall. If you're building your own routine, steal this philosophy. Add what keeps you moving tomorrow, not just what inflates a metric today. 10 minutes of balanced drills, few rounds of controlled carries, mobility sequences for hips and thoracic spine. These are boring investments that pay compound interest. The martial flow, judo, jiu-jitsu, and controlled chaos. Keanu's fight scenes aren't just punches and kicks, they're grappling chess. Judo foot sweeps, hip throws, clinch work into ground transitions, and jiu-jitsu ties that pivot seamlessly into the next threat. That style forces your body to learn how to redirect weight, absorb momentum, and stay calm in close quarters. It teaches breath control when your heart spikes, patience when your opponent pulls, and how to fall 100 times without breaking. Why does this matter for longevity? Because martial arts done properly are a masterclass in efficiency. They teach you to conserve energy, to spend it only where it matters, and to accept contact without panic. The confidence you gain from that control, physically and mentally, bleeds into everything else: the way you walk, rest, decide, and recover. Endurance without ego to prepare for extended action shoots. Keanu stacks time under tension rather than chasing max lifts. Picture circuits that combine hinge patterns, rotational core work, pull variations, and knee-friendly pushes with minimal rest, but always with perfect form. The goal isn't to the body. The goal is to rehearse fatigue under control so the choreography never gets sloppy when the camera rolls late into the day. There's a deeper lesson here. Longevity is an aerobic game. You don't need to gasp for extremes to build it. You need consistency, work that you can do again tomorrow without digging a recovery hole you can't climb out of. Train to finish fresh, not to collapse. Precision over show. Keanu's gun handling and weapon transitions are famously crisp. That precision doesn't come from adrenaline, it comes from quiet, brutal repetition. Drills build neurological grooves. Safety becomes ritual. Reloads movement, indexing sight picture. Again, again, again. For you and me, the takeaway isn't firearms. It's this: choose any complex skill that matters to your craft and build a precision hour into your week. No noise, no distractions, no multitasking. Just one discipline executed cleanly until your brain relaxes into it. Precision makes stress smaller. Precision brings calm. Recover like a professional. Action sets demand humility from the body. You do your best, then you repair. Keanu's version of recovery looks like everything people underestimate: range of motion work, physical therapy principles baked into training, soft tissue care, sleep protection around call times, and strategic rest phases after the most brutal production cycles. He respects the truth every veteran learns: the work doesn't end when you leave the gym. It's the hours afterward that decide whether your next session builds you up or breaks you down. If you're not recovering, you're just accumulating damage and calling it discipline. Recovery is a craft. Treat it like one. The motorcycle mind, there's a reason Keanu lights up when he talks about motorcycles. Riding demands presence. It rewards awareness. It punishes distraction. The wind on your jacket, the road's small changes, the hum of the engine, these make you attentive to the moment, not your thoughts. That presence isn't just poetic, it's practical. Presence reduces anxiety. It steadies your breath. It anchors decision-making. Whether your version is motorcycling, hiking, or long city walks, build a ritual that forces your senses awake and your mind quiet. When your nervous system feels safe, your body heals faster and your choices get cleaner. A lifeboat off camera. Keanu's balance is not a brand. It's a boundary. He keeps his personal life simple, low noise and private. He chooses real evenings with real people over endless parties. He protects quiet time for books, conversation, music, and the kinds of dinners that restore you instead of draining you. In a culture that worships constant posting, he chooses no feed at all. That empties his head of comparisons and gives his attention back to the unglamorous work of living. The result is emotional stability. Fewer spikes, fewer crashes, and that pays off for health more than any supplement ever will. Your version might be different, but the pattern stands. Curate your inputs. Fewer arguments with strangers, more conversations with people who know your middle name. Fewer late nights, more consistent mornings. Longevity loves rhythm. Food is fuel, not a religion. You won't hear Keanu preaching diet dogma. What you will see is a pragmatic approach that supports the work, simple meals, balanced macros, and portions that keep energy steady. On heavy training blocks, protein for repair, carbs for performance, and plants for recovery. On calmer blocks, the same foods, just less of them. This is the antidote to pendulum thinking. No miracle plan, no shock cycles that exhaust the gut, the hormones, and the mood. Keep it simple. Keep it repeatable and let your meals serve your day instead of dominating it. If you want a first step, drink more water than you think you need. Eat a real breakfast on training days. Keep dinner light if you want better sleep. And plan your snacks like you plan your sets on purpose. Love the work, not the noise. Watch Keanu in interviews, and you notice the same pattern: gratitude without performance. He talks about the craft, the collaborators, the time it takes to get good. That attitude matters more for aging well than people realize. When you love the work itself, you don't binge on highs or crash from expectations. You just keep refining one day at a time. This is how you stay relevant at 60. You don't chase relevance, you chase excellence. You don't chase the crowd, you build skill. Noise fades, work lasts. Kindness is a strength protocol. Kindness has muscle. It lowers social friction. It reduces the constant adrenaline drip of modern life. It keeps your heart rate variability in a healthier band. It builds the kind of reputation that turns creepy rooms warm and chaotic sets smooth. Keanu's gentle gestures, pausing for fans, helping crews, giving space, showing respect, aren't calculated tactics. They're a way of moving through the world that keeps the nervous system cool. You can practice this too. Be 5 minutes early, learn names, clean up your area, tip well, send the text you'd like to receive, and forgive quickly. Your body will notice the difference. Purpose over persona, the simplest explanation of why Keanu still has gas in the tank at 60. He knows who he serves. He serves the scene, the stunt team, the audience, the story. Purpose is a stamina multiplier. When you're anchored in it, you don't leak energy into petty battles, online feuds, or performative outrage. Your day gets cleaner. Your decisions get faster. Your recovery gets deeper. If you're tired all the time, ask yourself, what am I working for? If the answer shifts every week, no routine will save you. Set a purpose, and the rest of your life will begin to align around it. The Balanced Day, a Keanu inspired template morning wake on a set schedule. Hydrate. Light mobility, spine, hips, shoulders to grease the joints. Precision practice 20 to 40 minutes on one skill that matters to your craft. Breakfast that supports the day's load. Protein plus carbs if you train early, lighter if you don't. Midday training block prioritized for function circuits with a hinge, a pull, a push, and a carry. Finish with core under control and a few balance drills. Keep output high, ego low. Fuel, then a short walk. Let the nervous system calm before you chase the next task. Afternoon creative work while attention is stable. Protect it, phone away, tabs closed, deep work like a ritual. Evening presence ritual, a ride, a walk, time with music, or dinner with someone who recharges you. Keep dinner simple. Stretch lightly. Household tasks, not doom scrolling. Sleep like it's part of training, because it is. You don't need a film set to live this. You need a calendar, a boundary, and the courage to be consistent. What to steal from Keanu? Even if you're not an actor, respect your joints. Add mobility, postural resets, and balance work. Injury prevention is youth insurance. Master one hard skill. Precision changes your brain and calms your life. Reps for intensity spikes. Recover like a pro. Schedule rest, soft tissue work, and lighter days after heavy ones. Curate your inputs. Less social noise, more real conversations. Protect your tension. Serve something bigger. Purpose will carry you when motivation fails. Be kind. It's the cheapest, most powerful performance enhancer you'll ever use. Stay curious. Hobbies that demand presence. Writing, hiking, crafting are therapy in disguise. The 60-year lesson, there's a quiet courage to the way Keanu lives. No speeches about hustle, no selfies from the gym, just patient work, good people, stable rhythms, and a body kept ready for what the day asks. That's why he can step into a role with 10 pages of action, move like water, and look unshaken when the camera calls cut. He has built a life that doesn't fight him. If you want to age like that, start small. 10 minutes of mobility tonight, a walk without your phone, a meal that supports tomorrow's training. One skill session this week where you do nothing but get better at a single thing. You don't need to be Keanu to live like Keanu. You just need to be serious about the things that actually work. At 60, Keanu Reeves looks like balance in human form, discipline, calm, useful kind. That can be you too. If this gave you a new way to think about longevity, if it made health feel simpler, more human, stick around, subscribe, and let's build a stronger, quieter, longer lasting life together.